So y'all, we got EWU Bodycam as usual. What's up, our family?
What's up, y'all?
Yo, we got man walks in on Thriller, sawing his roommates.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's about to be a good one. Yeah. Snack up. I ain't even got no snack.
I ain't got none either.
As long as y'all got snacks, I'll get a little bit from y'all doing this. But let's check this out, man.
He's down here. It's bad.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's take a peek.
Just about running down the stairs. He had a knife that way and everything.
He's got puncture wounds all over the place, too.
And so I'm like, oh, here's a young retard Hitler. If someone is trying to start a new worldwide cult, I will eliminate that person.
On March 10th, 2020, officers with the Idaho Falls Police Department are called to a home after one of the residents witnesses a bone-chilling crime. As investigators plunge into a case brimming with appalling discoveries and a suspect on the run, they encounter a twisted tale of cultish accusations and mental disorders. However, nothing prepares them for the twisted motive they will uncover at the end of this heinous crime. On a chilly evening, 31-year-old Aaron makes an urgent 911 call when he encounters a horrifying scene. The following videos have never been seen or heard before.
911, where's your emergency?
The thing is, Douglas, he just killed the Hans.
Crazy.
I know what it is. His last name Hans.
Aaron lives with 5 other individuals in a home dubbed the Graduate House, run by a local nonprofit that offers alternative housing options for those in need.
So he just took off running down the street.
Is he breathing?
No, he's not. Hans is not breathing.
Even though Aaron is panic-stricken, he somehow manages to gather his composure and relay vital details to the operator.
He ran down towards County 6, towards that direction.
Who's the male that stabbed him?
Douglas Taylor.
And you said he just have a knife?
Yeah, he went down that. He just killed him.
Is he on the ground?
He's on the ground. Hans is on the ground. He just cut his neck with an eyes, man.
If he okay, let's start CPR. You're gonna
I
put your walker.
I don't know. He's dead. He's dead. He's blue. He's completely blue. His neck is
Dang.
What's nice? Over here. Over here.
As officers arrive and move quickly to secure the scene, they find Aaron outside while the victim is bleeding out inside on the kitchen floor.
He's down here. It's bad. Nine zero. Myself and 1-7 are find the house.
Good. Ready?
Inside the house, officers Kelly and Picard find the lifeless body of 51-year-old Herman Hans Warland lying in a pool of blood.
We got back door. Running down the street. Okay, just hang out here.
It's common sense. He had a knife
that way?
and everything.
So who's the guy? Do you know the guy?
Yeah,
Talk to me. Here, just talk to me, man.
Douglas Taylor just killed Hans. The dude, he cut his throat with a knife.
I need you to stick with me, man. If we're gonna find this guy. Who is he?
His name's Douglas Taylor. He has brown hair, goes over his eyes.
He
And he has wearing a brown jacket and a brown pants with brown boots. He ran off towards common sense with the knife.
Everything.
I woke up, I was asleep. I heard him fighting. He goes, no, stop, please, please. And that's all I heard. I came upstairs. He was laying on the floor with blood all over him.
Okay. Connor?
Where's he at here?
He's right here, but hey, wait, come this way.
Come this way, Connor, this way.
This way.
He told me it's a bathroom start here.
Just hold on.
Hey, go grab the airway bag.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's take a peek.
Just try not to touch her.
All their fire units incoming from slowdown.
Even though all hope appears to be lost for the victim, Hans, paramedics continue to check on him.
Watch where you stop, please. Okay. Just step right back out then. So, he's right there. Let's just clear this real quick.
I'll tie this room on the left. If you want to hold it forward, Karen. Looks like it's a bathroom. There's a shower curtain. I'm gonna go in. Okay, shower's behind the door, so I can't see. Clear.
Back upstairs, paramedics huddle over the victim to document the injuries.
Hey, Maddie,
Yep.
you want to come here and witness? We're trying to get a 4-lead here.
Parkins wants a 4-liter hand, so. What's that? Parkins just wants a 4-liter hand. So just so. He's got puncture wounds all over the place too. Yeah.
Dang. He was. My thing was, I wonder what transpired.
Right, what transpired? What
Like,
caused him to do
He
that?
sound angry. Like, that sound a fool. Like, he lost it. Then he got puncture wounds. You did his neck.
Oof.
I don't know, man.
Ooh, they got a hard job, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
Working.
Right.
Doing the whole deal? Hey, do you have a work phone on you?
No, I'll go grab mine. Yep.
In an unexpected twist, Hans Warlin, the victim everyone thought was dead, has a pulse. As
Oh,
officers
wow.
hurry to photograph the crime scene, paramedics act swiftly in a desperate effort to save the victim's life.
You're not start taking pictures quick, dude. Dispatch from 81. You call her right, advise we have a full trauma activation. We have an estimated 35-year-old male, cardiac arrest. He is in PEA. Chet, I think we just move him and just get him out of here. I think it's our best bet.
I'm gonna keep talking to this guy.
Dang, boy.
It's good.
His neck, he
This one
got.
is almost logistically organized then. It's coming up.
He's good.
Dude, it's freaking.
Dude, I don't know.
Whoa.
Keep going, keep cranking, keep cranking. Oh, God damn it.
I'm gonna kitchen handkerchief.
In order to save precious seconds, paramedics improvise their plans to get Hans into the ambulance as quickly as possible.
Well, Jeff, we don't have to worry about the Tom Hitter sucks.
Yeah, no, good. Just give him a top drops.
Yeah, we're all set. Chip, not see this freaking back to the side of his neck.
It's pumping blood out, man. Pumping it.
Ooh, pumping.
Damn. I was gonna be like, man.
Hey.
Clot too. Hey,
Pull that arm.
let's get it squared up a little bit.
What change? He's got rhythm or what?
Yeah, he's in PEA, dude.
Okay.
Boys, ready?
Okay. Just gonna drag. It's up. His legs, they're no soft. Alright. I know, I'm trying to get it.
What is PEA?
Right. Let us know in the comment section what they mean.
Yeah, what is PEA? He said, dude, he's in PEA. I'm like,
Right, let us know.
He said the knife's in here, in the house somewhere.
Officer Lindquist brings up a fundamental detail about the missing murder weapon, but that's not the only thing they're lacking. They still have a suspect at large, potentially causing even more death and destruction. Officers immediately turn their attention to Aaron, the 911 caller who's been standing outside talking on his cell phone this entire time.
I want somebody monitoring him on audio right now.
Okay, I think Picard's recording, but
He left him, so this guy's making phone calls and talking and sharing information. We need to get recorded.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tape it. Hey, you got that? Tape it.
Before Aaron has a chance to talk to anyone else, Detective Albright records his statement. But the more Aaron reveals, the more uneasy the detectives become. The detective begins his questioning by asking about his roommate, Douglas Taylor, the man Aaron identified as the perpetrator on the call earlier.
So, Doug, what time did he leave this morning?
Like 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, but do you know where he was going?
No, I don't know where he went.
Does he work or anything?
No, he doesn't work either. He just got released out of a hospital too.
Oh, really?
From what I understand.
How long has Doug been living here?
Only a month.
Only a month.
Yeah.
Detectives will later uncover the deranged reason that caused Douglas to mercilessly assault a roommate, but for now they continue speaking with Aaron.
So, Doug got released a month ago or so.
Yeah.
And then he shows up here. How was he when he first arrived?
kind of peculiar. Just doesn't want to talk to people, doesn't want to interact.
The manager of the group home arrives on the scene and provides officers with more valuable details about their missing suspect.
So is this like a group home or what is it?
Yes, we own 3 of them. We got Andre's house, we got the lady's house, and this is our graduate house.
Okay.
Most of the guys here had come through. We actually allowed Douglas to come straight from Blackfoot South.
Damn, man, you just got
to come in here. He was supposed to be all right. He was attending counseling at RHS. And I was by here 3 times yesterday, and I didn't see nothing different in the kid. I talked to him and all of a sudden, and Hans never did anything to anybody.
Right.
I mean, that kid was just, just as docile as he wanted to be, man.
Blackfoot South is a state hospital.
Kid?
Okay.
Kid.
Oh, you mean that kid? Oh, right.
Just as docile as he wanted to be, man.
Blackfoot South is a state hospital specializing in mental health located approximately 30 miles south of Idaho Falls. While the reasons for Douglas's treatment remain unknown, it gave an insight into his possible mental health concerns.
Had he been normal kind of before that, for like the first 2 weeks he was here?
No, not really. It's kind of like strange, off to himself, talks to himself.
So he's been talking to himself ever since he got here?
Yeah, ever since he got here. But he started laughing to himself recently.
Oh, just in the last 3 days?
Yeah, just in the last 3 days, yeah.
So they just send him there?
Have you heard what he says when he talks to himself?
I don't listen to that.
What about when he's laughing? Does he say anything specifically?
No, he just mutters stuff that you can't hear.
What Aaron recounts next will leave no doubt as to the manic brutality of the events.
That's when I heard them scuffling or fighting upstairs, and I ran upstairs. And when I ran upstairs, that's when I seen Douglas Taylor with a knife sawing on Hans's neck.
The distance between the top of the basement stairs to the site of the stabbing is less than 20 feet. The fact that Aaron witnessed the ruthless attack from such close proximity suggests that he was lucky to escape with his life.
Oh, he looked at you?
Yeah, he looked at me.
Did he say anything?
No, he didn't say anything.
Was he still holding the knife?
Yes.
Or did he make any motions towards you
No,
or
he
anything?
didn't make any motions or any threatening behavior or anything. I would have fought it back, man, if I would have known.
So Hans was on all fours, on his knees, and with his hands on the
And he
ground.
said, "No, stop, please." I heard him say, "No, stop, please."
The crime scene photographs the officers raced to document earlier offer frightening proof of Aaron's detailed account.
Remember what kind of a knife it was?
It looked like a kitchen knife.
Like a kitchen knife?
I'm not sure, but they found there's a red knife laying on the floor in there in the living room that might be the knife. I'm not sure. But it looked like a kitchen knife that it had with a brown handle on it.
Do you remember if it had a serrated edge? Or
Yes, it had a serrated sawed edge.
Oh, that makes sense because you used that phrase, he was sawing at his head.
Yes.
Or at his neck. Wow.
The description of the weapon should help officers locate it quickly if the suspect did in fact leave it at the scene. But Aaron is about to share a curious detail regarding the relationship between the victim Hans and his attacker Douglas.
Did it seem like previous to this, he had gotten along with Hans, or?
Yeah, they would sit in the kitchen for hours and then end sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that Doug and Hans got along better than maybe Doug and other people?
No.
No?
No one really got along with him. No one really talked to him.
Nobody really, and that's why I was asking, because earlier he had said that he wasn't very sociable.
No, he wasn't very sociable. Hans is a friendly, nice guy. But Douglas is not.
As Aaron's interview comes to an end, officers are still left wondering about the motive behind the assault and the location of the missing perpetrator. Through all of this, Hans' life still hangs in the balance.
Oh, wait. Hey.
Where did he go? Back here, something Here.
Nice to see you down there.
Still doing CPR.
When we get that top off, it's worked on vascular access. Where's that in there? Hang on.
As paramedics proceed to provide Hans with preliminary treatment, they're unprepared to witness the scope of the numerous wounds that will be revealed later.
Alright, good lung sound. Good lung sound. Nice. There we go, boys. There we go, boys. Just hold on to that spot. Dude, I can't really get a rhythm. I cannot really get a rhythm. It just happened, dude. It's hard to for real. Is the bagging still going okay? Yeah, outstanding. Yeah. Okay, everyone slow and methodical on the way out there. Cut that off. Yep. You're shutting down. Make Going easy on the way out.
With the suspect at large and a grievously injured victim, it seems that the dispatch staff has only added more pressure on the officers.
He coded, right?
They got a pulse back or something.
It's equals collective auto loyalty.
Okay. Were you listening to the radio? It came out as like inside.
Dude, she wouldn't spit it out.
I know. So she
I was sitting there getting pissed off, like I was cursing.
She dispatched 3, so already I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good, right?
Yeah.
And then it just dispatching like terrible.
Lift up.
It's bad. I think he looked gone when I just
Not done, boys.
I don't know.
Watch out for seatbelts. Okay, you guys want to get him turned over, or whatever doctor is taking him. You go first. Okay, it's a dog. He's got his lap to his left carotid. Straight neckties. He's got multiple superficial stabs. We worked him because he's PEA. We're gonna need. Make sure that one on the left one in quick on there. I'll let you.
Do you have a Sharpie?
I can get one.
Yeah, why don't we do that so I can start marking stuff?
Amid the hectic scene in the trauma room, doctors need critical information, but Officer Lindquist is about to have another breakdown in communication with the dispatch operator.
When did this come in?
Dispatch, can I get the time of call for the stabbing? They'll tell me this like 2-2. Can I get time of call for the hospital?
The time that you were on scene there, or the time that we notified him of the call?
The time the call came out.
Are you on the main?
Yes. Charlie, I don't know how hard it is for anybody to look at the time the call came out and tell me that.
Well, you didn't go across that time.
2-2. Any unit with a computer in front of them, can you please advise the time the call came out? The hospital needs that.
2-2. The call came in at 22:25. And I'm not sure what other time you're asking for.
It was 22:25.
10:25, huh?
Charlie, it pays.
She does. But she also. This has been ID. It must be
No.
It's been pretty stressful.
Miscommunications notwithstanding, doctors learned that the call came in 43 minutes prior to the time relayed by the dispatch operator. As the medical team does everything they can to save Han's life, at the house, officers gathered outside and discussed their impressions of the crime scene and the possible location of their suspect.
Did you go inside at all?
Me? Yeah.
Pretty bloody?
Yeah, he was bleeding out all over the kitchen floor.
You did?
He looked at us. We didn't go any closer to him. We cleared the top floor, and then we backed out.
While officers might have secured the scene, it is clear that they need to quickly widen their search if they hope to have any possibility of catching the suspect.
2 more for this one are going to be, correction, I'm going to be canvassing the businesses east of the canal.
Adjacent to this canal sits a large shopping center where officers will make an unexpected discovery.
2-4. It looks like there's somebody sitting right next to the stores to your west. 2-7 have a
sitting
suspect
over there?
over here on the back of Albertson.
Officers converge behind the Albertsons, approximately 3/4 of a mile from the crime scene, and find their suspect sitting against the east side of the building. When officers ask what his name is, he replies, Douglas Taylor.
Yeah, it's got blood on its hands.
I thought Douglas was like big, like heavy set.
That would be the picture.
They said the weapon he left there, 9011. Your suspect is saying the knife is there in the house. So the suspect is saying that the knife is still in the house.
Even though Aaron originally reported that he saw Douglas fleeing from the crime scene holding a weapon, detectives identify a blood-soaked knife lying on the floor in the living room and get Douglas to the station without incident.
Alright, sit in there, everyone take a seat.
Throughout his detainment, Douglas has appeared eerily calm and cooperative, but to get a full picture of the savage attack, detectives need to interview him. However, even seasoned detectives are not prepared to deal with a suspect as unsettling as this one.
Ready to do it? Right there. You want some water? Yeah, I do want water. There you go.
After reading him his Miranda rights, Detective Schwicht cuts straight to the chase.
Can you tell me what happened tonight from your side of things?
I'm the one who did it.
Okay. Can you tell me why? What happened tonight that
I'm not sure how to explain why I did it.
Within the first few minutes of the interview, Douglas confesses to the attack. However, the motive behind his actions will remain a mystery that investigators have yet to resolve.
I don't know how to explain it using regular terminology.
Okay. In your own words is fine. I'll ask questions if the things I don't understand. I was thinking probably something happened tonight, or maybe it's an ongoing issue that it got you really mad.
I wasn't angry.
Okay.
Huh?
He wasn't.
I have a system of metaphysics which would give you some insight into why.
Can you explain a little bit? Can you just explain to us what exactly happened?
I brutally stabbed to death that man in the kitchen.
It should be noted that Douglas doesn't know that Hans still clings to life and casually reveals a morbid series of events. Based on what happens later, everything he says will be called into question.
He said it should have resulted in death. If he survives and pulls through, is that going to be a problem for you, or?
There was no chance of survival.
Damn.
Did you make absolutely certain that the way you stabbed him was definitely going to kill him? Where did you stab him on his body? Because I haven't seen this guy.
I slit his neck open. He should have bled out completely.
You saying it's so
Did you stab him
calm.
once?
Crazy.
Were you really mad at him?
No.
So what?
Sorry, I guess I asked you that before.
I mean, when you're doing it, you have to do it in a precise manner, of course. You know, and like if he's going to defend himself, or try to talk back, or try to prolong, then it becomes more incremental until you just finally make the final kill wound. But I think I stabbed him about 15 times until the final slit to the right side of his neck, piercing through all those veins on the side.
Painful.
I witnessed him begin to bleed profusely. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the Eastern Idaho
You
Regional...
just said that was like
Yeah.
so calm.
How he did it, how many times he did it. He shouldn't be alive. I mean,
Right.
like he's confident he gone. That sounds painful as hell though, man.
That's some sinister
Meanwhile,
stuff right
back
there.
at the Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center, an inevitable tragedy strikes.
Did they just call it? It was allowed to say that. It's not called Harkness and let her know for 30 life.
Damn.
Called it? Yeah.
Hans had succumbed to his grievous injuries, turning the case into a murder investigation.
Not like the back of his head was always connected on the scene. On the scene.
Investigation.
Not like the back of his head was always connected on the scene.
Damn.
Watch too much of the wire.
You know, laughing, playing thing, man.
I know.
2 days later, during an autopsy, medical examiners will report that Hans died from 17 stab wounds inflicted upon the torso, left arm, neck, and other extremities.
Why?
Meanwhile, detectives in the interrogation room are also getting closer to unearthing Douglas's motivations behind his appalling actions.
Certain individuals who desire to begin new cults, I like to identify and professionally examine, to see if that is precisely what they're trying to do. If someone is trying to start a new worldwide cult, I will eliminate that person.
Do you think he was trying to start a new worldwide cult?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my standard.
Okay. You think being the leader of a cult, he would have done some really bad things?
There are enough religions on this planet.
Like too many. So we'd be better off with fewer of those.
Yes.
While it's highly doubtful that Hans was indeed starting a cult, Douglas goes on to explain the reasoning behind this horrifying belief and his subsequent decision.
share his beliefs, probably his mythology, and stuff like that with you? Did he tell you about that?
To a degree. You tell I'm an atheist and I don't tolerate proselytizing.
Was that what he was doing, proselytizing to you about his beliefs?
Strangely, yes. Man trying to start a new cult. Not the right idea. Tries to reduce all of the world religions to some German mythology. Makes us think like, I don't know, people who understand some mysterious concept are the true rulers of all the different nationalities, religions, and peoples. And so I'm like, oh, here's a young retard Hitler.
As the interrogation comes to an end, the detective has one final question for Douglas.
After stabbing a guy like this, what do you think would be the right thing to do with you? What do you think
I said, let him go.
The police, the law, the judges, you know, all these people who sit and make decisions about all this, what do you think is the right and appropriate thing to do?
Not sure,
Not sure.
Dude, he the type that's gonna be like, let me go.
No.
A person like that, not just calm, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
ain't worried about nothing.
I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh man.
Them type people something else now.
Not sure,
Look what you just did. He's not sure.
jail and prison?
Do you think that's the right thing for you?
Yeah.
But if the detectives thought that this would be the last they'd hear of the man, they were in for a shock.
Is more?
Shocker.
Right.
On October 12th, 2021, over a year and a half after the incident, Detective Schwick received a handwritten letter from Douglas while he awaited trial. In the letter, Douglas claimed that he didn't kill Hans and alleged that his old roommate Aaron is the one who killed Hans. Douglas reports that he heard a sound, entered the house, and saw Hans on the floor in his blood. He then went back outside where he alleged that Aaron threatened him and gave him a jacket with some blood on it. After being supposedly traumatized by the events, Douglas claimed to have agreed to take the blame and made a false confession later. When Detective Schwick interviewed Aaron, he found him to be completely innocent, with no involvement in the crime whatsoever.
Oh, Douglas
Not
crazy.
long after his arrest, Douglas Taylor entered into the Idaho Security Medical Program. But on October 13th, 2020, after almost 4 months in the program, doctors declared him fit to stand trial. Then on December 15th, 2021, Douglas Taylor pled guilty to murder in the first degree and was sentenced to 27 years to life on February 14th, 2022. Douglas is currently incarcerated at the Idaho State Penitentiary.
Wow, Douglas is nuts.
Right.
Douglas is fool. What's I go on?
And he trying to put it off on Aaron.
And then he tried to switch it back, but then he said, you know.
But if you had thought that, you should have said something. You should have said something to begin with.
This man, he did him 15 times, but then turned out to be 17.
Exactly.
All
So
over.
You know what you did.
Then the
because
cops
you were so detailed about it.
and calm. Crazy, man. That was crazy, man.
What he said? I don't know. I mean, how you, bro? You going to prison? You know.
Shit, I thought he was gonna be like, just let me go home. I mean, you asked me that if it's something. Let me go. Shoot. Hey, what's y'all thoughts on this one, man? Let us know down below what other videos y'all want to see. Drop them down below too.
Drop it down.
Stay tuned, man. Check out the videos. We catch y'all next one.
Catch y'all next one.